Did you know that a look can say more than 1,000 words? Here's how to use the power of the gaze to seduce and attract any woman. 1. Depth of gaze. An alpha man has a penetrating gaze that delves into the soul. It's not about staring creepily but looking with intention, showing interest and curiosity. Depth of gaze is a distinctive characteristic of the alpha man. It is not simply a matter of looking at a woman, but of doing so with a certain intensity that conveys confidence and genuine interest. This kind of gaze is not intrusive but rather magnetic, attracting the attention of the recipient. It is as if, through the eyes, a deep message can be communicated, a desire for connection that goes beyond words. The key is mental presency, being truly there, in that moment, completely focused on her. This authenticity and presence create an almost instantaneous bond, making the woman feel seen and appreciated. 2. The game of looking. Playing with the gaze is one of the most effective techniques. Look at her, then look away, and bring your gaze back to her. This game of catch and release creates tension and curiosity. The game of gazing is a subtle and seductive dance between two individuals. It is not just a matter of staring intensely, but of knowing how to play with timing, with prolonged and fleeting glances, creating an alternation that stimulates curiosity and interest. The alpha man knows when to maintain eye contact and when to look away, creating a sense of mystery and desire. This game can start with a casual glance, followed by a more intense one, and then return to a distracted gaze as if nothing had happened. This alternating pattern generates a tension akin to a visual tug-of-war, fostering increased attraction and intrigue. The important thing is to do this naturally, without appearing forced or calculating. Spontaneity and the ability to read each other's reactions are essential to make this game effective and irresistible. 3. Sideways glance. When talking to a woman, try looking slightly sideways, as if you were thinking about something intriguing. This creates an aura of mystery and makes her wonder what you are thinking. The sideways glance is a subtle but powerful technique that can convey a variety of emotions and intentions. When a man casts a sideways glance at a woman, he is communicating a discreet interest, almost as if he is sharing an unspoken secret with her. This type of gaze, often accompanied by a slight smile or nod of the head, can create an atmosphere of complicity and mystery. The alpha man uses the sideways glance to show his confidence without being too intrusive or direct. It is a way to attract a woman's attention, making her feel special and chosen, but without putting her under pressure. This technique requires practice and sensitivity, as it is essential to know how to dose the intensity of the gaze so as not to appear too bold or, on the contrary, too shy. The sideways glance is an art, and when executed correctly, can be a powerful tool of seduction. 4. Lingering gaze. Holding a prolonged gaze can create an intense emotional connection. But be careful, the key is to do it with confidence, without looking needy or desperate. This is one of the most effective weapons in the arsenal of seduction. When a man maintains prolonged eye contact with a woman, he is communicating a deep self-confidence and genuine interest in her. This gaze transcends mere eye contact. It silently invites entry into a realm of intimacy and connection. The alpha man knows that through a prolonged gaze he can create an intense emotional bond, making the woman feel as if she is the only person in the room. However, it is crucial that this gaze is authentic and does not appear as a calculated move. It must exude sincerity and vulnerability, showing the woman that the man is willing to put himself out there and expose his emotions. A lingering gaze, if done with authenticity and passion, can set off sparks and create a magnetic attraction. 5. Triangular look. This is an advanced technique. Look at one eye, then the other, and finally the lips. This triangular path suggests romantic interest and can increase sexual tension. This is a subtle but powerful technique that alpha men use to create sexual tension. It consists of alternately looking at a woman's eyes and then at her lips, forming an imaginary triangle. This eye movement implies a desire to draw closer, particularly on a physical level. When a man adopts the triangular gaze, he is communicating, albeit non-verbally, an interest that goes beyond a simple conversation. The key to making this technique effective is naturalness. It must not seem forced or too obvious. It must be a fluid movement, almost as if the man is irresistibly attracted to the woman's lips. This kind of gaze can create palpable anticipation, making the woman wonder what would happen if he decided to get even closer. 6. Use eyebrows. A slight raising of the eyebrows, combined with an intense gaze, can be a signal of interest and surprise. It is a non-verbal way of saying, "I like you." Using eyebrows effectively can add a whole dimension to non-verbal communication during seduction. Alpha men know that a slight lift of the eyebrows, done at the right time, can convey interest, surprise, or curiosity. This small gesture can capture a woman's attention, making her feel like she is the only person in the room. Conversely, slightly lowering the eyebrows can communicate intensity and concentration, showing the woman that she is the main object of her interest. It is important, however, not to overdo it. Too theatrical or frequent movements can seem artificial or even threatening. Subtlety is the key. A slight movement of the eyebrows combined with direct and deep eye contact can create an intimate and magnetic bond, making the woman feel desired and appreciated. Remember, the gaze is one of the most powerful weapons of seduction you possess. Use it wisely and confidently. And you, how do you use your gaze in seduction? Leave a comment and share your techniques.